God gives us all a second chance to turn the page, to start over. He's ready for you to begin. Don't be just a fan of Christ. Be a follower.
You guys know the division, the hatred, the tribalism. You see that in the world. You can see it all over. You see it in the posters here on the walls. That's why the church needs to do better. Paul describes in Ephesians 2, but now in Christ Jesus, you who once were far away have been brought near by the blood of Christ. He has made the two groups one and has destroyed the barrier, the dividing wall of hostility.
And he talks about what does it mean to really be missional. Now that's a word that gets used a whole lot. And this word missional, I love his definition. He says it's anything that you do that alerts other people to the reign of God in the world around you. Anything. Do you have 4 friends that if you were spiritually paralyzed, their only thought would be, we're going to do whatever it takes to get our friend back to Jesus? Now listen carefully, because a lot of you have friends, a lot of you have teammates, a lot of you have people you sit with at school. I'm talking about, do you have 4 friends that if you were spiritually stuck or lazy or paralyzed, they would say, not on our watch, Camden. We're doing whatever it takes to get you back to Jesus. Do you have 4 friends? Now, don't answer the question yes or no, but everybody here has got to answer that question. The second one, are you one of somebody else's 4 friends? Are you the answer to question number 1 for somebody else? And if you are not, then you need to start over.
Our identity leads to our actions and then our feelings. Now the problem is anytime you start with your feelings, your actions are going to be confused, and it's going to be hard to claim the identity as disciple. It's a difference. What if the division is not that big? We have all this fear that, what if we live the way of Jesus as his disciple, that some of the things we argue about brings us together in unity? Jesus actually promised that. It's an amazing verse. He said this, when you obey me and you are one, church, then the world will know that you're my disciple. What it takes is enough grit to say, I will follow Jesus in my identity as disciple, and I will be this person of love who lives that kind of life. That's the only thing that doesn't fail.
There's a difference in existence and life. Don't confuse freedom with following your will. Don't wait to die to yourself so that he can bring you into newness of life, life in the abundance.
There is nothing that we can do to lose God's love for us. We are never outside of His love, and we cannot earn it or lose it, but He loves us despite anything that we could ever do.
According to Jesus, it is not our job to separate the wheat from the weeds. We have very well witnessed that Christians can disagree on what is considered a weed and fight a lot about it. We start with asking ourselves, what if I'm wrong? That comes in with an air of humility. But the second thing we can do is know that whether I'm right and you're wrong, or whether you're right and I'm wrong, no matter what, God's grace is big enough to cover both of us.
Peace is not the absence of something, but the presence of something. Jesus sees you. He saw his disciples in the boat. He's already there with you in the storms. God is always present because he is in charge, and he wants you to see those storms. How can you allow Jesus to be your master in such a way that people say, sheesh, and are shook by the peace you carry in the midst of storms, not the removal of them? Don't be afraid to face it. He is here, he is present, and Jesus reigns.
Seems like the world these days is slowly caving in. We waiting for a brighter day and holding on till then. Even though
Christ meets us in the breaking of the bread. And he meets us there because of the cross. Jesus on the cross is the bread that is broken. His blood is the cup that is poured out. And when we remember Jesus' sacrifice through the bread and the cup, we're reminded that Jesus remembers us when he comes into his kingdom. And therefore we are never truly alone because Jesus suffers with us. He does not just avoid pain, he is present with us in our pain. He lifts us up and he brings us back to the table to which we truly belong.
keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining. There's gonna be seasons where the light is fading dim. It's hard to see the light when darkness closes in. Just turn your gaze
should no longer live for ourselves, but for him who died for us and was raised again. And there's a lot of us that are living for ourselves today. And it's not always the pursuit of sin and selfish gratification. Sometimes it's the pursuit of approval and the pride of those that we look up to. He says, Christ died to save us, not from suffering, but from ourselves, from being unjust. He died that we might live, but to live as he lives, by dying as he died, who died to himself.
Jesus said, whoever follows me will never walk in darkness. They will have the light of life. It's not about who shines the brightest. What's important is that you shine. Be a light, be a light. Shine bright in the darkness. Be a light, be a light. To a world that's hopeless. Come and shine till the whole world sees everything you've done for me. Be a light, be a light. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining. Keep shining, keep shining.
And Luke chapter 6 says, blessed and happy and joyful are you when people hate you, when people exclude you, when people persecute you, when people say that your name is evil for my name's sake. On that day, rejoice. On that day, leap for joy. But that's the same way they treated the prophets, the true prophets of old. Next up.